Kenya lies right on the equator. In August 2008, an organization that has been active in Kenya for nearly 20 years held its general meeting. These women are members of a group which aims for livelihood improvement through cooperation. The group is called SONGA-MBELE. It means progress. Nearly 200 groups, with several hundred members in all, have gathered at the venue on foot, by bicycle, or by public bus. Their stalls reflect their work over the last year. Preserved foods using wheat and local crops were devised as a way to enrich the diet. This fruit juice was made by another group to secure a second income. The founder and leader of the movement is Sister Veronica. The growth of SONGA-MBELE's activities and its methods have caught the attention of the Kenyan government. Let's take a closer look at what is being done for livelihood improvement in Kenya and the approaches that are adopted. SONGA-MBELE is active in the central province northwest of the capital, Nairobi. In 1989, Sister Veronica began SONGA-MBELE as a way to help rural women. She visited the groups once a month, and together they discussed ways for livelihood improvement. Their first challenge was to reduce the burden of firewood collection, a daily task for the women that took a great deal of time and effort. The first step towards changing living conditions was to establish a new basis for everyday life. They began by popularizing energy-saving cooking stoves. The traditional cooking stoves used until then were a simple arrangement of stones. They were very inefficient and needed an enormous amount of firewood. The new energy-saving cooking stoves used a round, unglazed pot reinforced with baked mud. Once a pan is placed on top, the inside is cut off from the outside. This makes the flame stronger and shortens cooking times. With the new energy-saving cooking stove, a week's worth of firewood now lasts a month. The women can use the time and effort spent gathering firewood on other things.
No ndiga irio aba na ndire ngaikeria ng'ombe ria kana ngakorwo ngithambia indo na irio no irabia.
The spread of the new stoves was largely made possible by a merry-go-round system. This is similar to a Japanese mutual finance association. The group holds a meeting once a month where each member pays a set amount. Each time, a different member receives the total sum collected. The money can be handed over on the spot or exchanged for some goods. The members may take it in turns to receive the money, or they may choose the recipient by drawing lots. The merry-go-round also helps women roof their homes with sheet metal and set up water tanks to collect rainwater. This frees women from another tough task, fetching water. The funds not only help buy basic necessities, but also commodities such as coffee cups and plates. At the heart of Songa-MBELE's activities are the groups. How are they formed? Let's examine the process of establishing a group. First, the purpose and activities of the organization are explained at a church service, for example, and an appeal is made for volunteers. If someone responds, the group building begins. The first activity is introductions. Today, 10 young people who farm in the region have gathered. Their first task is to introduce themselves to each other.
My name is Elizabeth Wajiro. I'm joined to dancing.
By listening to each other, the members of the group are exposed to new information. It's a chance to get to know everyone better. When she starts a new group, Sister Veronica often speaks about problem types, show-offs, bossy types, people who are always late, and workaholics.
If you go to their houses, you do this, you do this. You'll not do it, but she'll make sure everybody in that group has done. And I'm very sure we have such a character in this group, that everything has to be done, but she will not do it. It's only talking.
Several groups have broken up in the past because some people don't behave well enough.
If you have such a character in a group, you are finished. Peacock. Peacock.
Each and every member has to think hard about himself or herself before joining. And he or she tries to understand the other members. Then the group members can overcome any problems.
The problem with them, called dictators. They dictate everybody.
Once the introductions are over, the members discuss their future goals. Each group chooses the method that best suits them, whether it's a play or a debate. Making sure everybody shares the group's goals is the first step forward. This group brings up a local problem: alcoholism.
Now we are going to elect the most important person in this group, and that is the chairman or the chairlady.
A month after the introductions, elections are held to choose the group's leaders.
Okay, one.
The first post elected is the chairperson. The counting of the votes is done in front of everyone.
Five. So we have Simon Goge as our chairman. So Simon Goge, maybe you can stand up, and then let's clap for him.
Five or six other persons are chosen to be the vice chairman, secretary, officer for discipline, and so on. Once the person in charge is chosen, Sister Veronica explains the nature and importance of each role.
But we are going to suggest when we meet.
The success of the group depends on each person understanding his or her role and taking an active part.
He has to give you that back. The most important thing is to let them trust. We trust each other. Give them confidence. Let them know you can do it. Others have done it. Why not you? Then also, like next year, we have an outing so that they can go and visit other young people and realize, oh, if they have made it, we can also make it. So with that, it gives them confidence and determination to continue.
Methods of livelihood improvement vary from group to group. This group lives in a valley and is learning the best way to plant green onion seedlings.
Kuhanda no muhaka uruteme meri ucoke uthondeke mugunda uguo twathondeka wikire thumu ucimburie wega uthondeke kamugunda ta gaka niguo ugioka gutua ri ndugukinya iguru we nukinya mwana mutwe iguru koguo ri no muhaka utige hari urigera na hari urige.
The group learns how to plant seedlings, how to make nursery beds for any crop, and also how to raise crop yields. But that isn't all. Other activities aim to add variety to the diet by making vegetable patches in a limited space around or behind a house, or by using simple planters to grow vegetables. The groups also hold cooking lessons using readily available food such as papaya and bananas.
You come and wash because it was in the garden, all the dust and everything, wash it nicely. After that, cut into smaller pieces, remove all the seeds and remove the outer cover, and then you grate up.
This is a vegetable stir-fry using papaya. Frying the papaya in oil with the other vegetables makes it easier to absorb its nutrients. There's no custom of doing that in the village where this group lives. But it's a common dish in other villages. As Songa-MBELE widens its base of operations, members can share information with other regions, helping towards livelihood improvement. Other work focuses on raising animals such as chickens, goats, or cows, or preserving avocados and bananas. There are many simple ways to dye cloth. Using the same dyeing technique for each member's clothes, make a uniform that conceals any gap in wealth. This is helpful in creating a sense of equality within the group. The group's activities are fixed as a part of an annual plan. Once a year, all the members meet to discuss their past work and to discuss what they hope to achieve in the coming year.
Okay. Dogs? Yeah. We keep dogs, then you be selling, or what? Yeah. Or for security?
For security and not the same for selling.
For selling?
Yeah.
Dye.
Tie and dye?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. It means if we keep daily goats.
Once everybody has given an opinion, the group discusses which they will tackle and when they will do it. This practice helps develop personal opinions and the confidence to speak in front of others. That in turn improves the group's initiative. Songa-MBELE's work is expanding. Sister Veronica began by visiting villages on foot. Then other people who wanted her to visit might send her a bicycle or even a motorbike. Today she uses this four-wheel drive vehicle distributed by the government. Songa-MBELE began as a women's group, but is now becoming popular among men as well. This men's group use common items such as soda and cornstarch to make soap. They take what they will use themselves and sell the rest at the market. It's one of the income-generating activities for members to get additional income.
We decided to organize this group because individually we cannot be able to help one another. But as a group, we can now be able to help one another. Yes, and that is what we are doing.
This young group is in their 20s and has begun a tomato farm. The seedlings and fertilizers were bought through merry-go-round funds, and the field was donated by the chairman's father. The members are all from farming families, but had no work other than helping their fathers. So they formed a group and began the farm as a way to create jobs for themselves. The harvested tomatoes are carried to a nearby market and sold at a stall run by an acquaintance. Their joint work now means each member receives a cash income.
Our goal is to be the self-employers. We are the employer of our own.
Another Songa-MBELE group has started its own business. The group formed 3 years ago and makes yogurt from the milk farmed by its members. They run a restaurant where they sell yogurt in little plastic bottles and serve the yogurt together with light meals. The restaurant is so popular that it's packed at lunchtime, and profits are slowly increasing. The Kenyan government is adopting Songa-MBELE's wide scope of activities and multi-generational techniques. A local community in the same region is holding a seminar on the Songa-MBELE methods. Agricultural extension workers from the area are taking part.
But it started off in 1918, 200 shillings. And now they're able to mobilize 2,000 monthly.
Sister Veronica has been employed as the agricultural extension worker of the Ministry of Agriculture. She has agreed, understanding that she will need successors in her work to improve farming villages.
It is coming right from the grassroots. It is addressing the issues from the farm level. Because most of the other programs we've been dealing with, they come from up. But this one is coming right from the farmer.
This is the general meeting of Songa-MBELE held every year. There are currently about 330 groups, and membership has increased to about 9,000 members. Members lay out items that show what they've learned and made together: craft goods, soaps, preserved foods. They confidently explain how useful the items are in daily life and hold lively discussions. One group explains how to make medicines from garlic, another how to cook papaya dishes. They share their information with one another. Through this communication, members can see how much their lives have changed. They go home with the confidence and courage to continue their efforts of livelihood improvement activities, ready to tackle another year.